What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, here on Industry Talk, and welcome to Primetime Pod, the hottest information resource outlet for all things entertainment, breaking news, celebrity interviews, and the hot topics of the day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.
Don't want to do shit. Prime time vibe. Make sure you check it
How? Why the fuck you think he missing? He's like,
out.
And Centerville's a whole lot.
now I'm not trying to get a little messy with you.
Time is money.
They go trap.
Even heard me. I don't even know if you heard me because I've been sitting here rambling and talking and running my mouth for a minute. But what's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And I'm coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space, I'm in your face, and I'm definitely blessed to be living on this wonderful day. It is May 3rd, 2026. It's 5:25 here in the great state of Mississippi, and I'm 25 minutes in the hole because I just witnessed an awesome display of athleticism, sportsmanship, grit. Game 7, Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic. It gets pushed to the brink, and Detroit pulls it out victorious. Moving on to the second round, Detroit Pistons are bound for this championship debut. It is coming, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who they're going to be playing. You know, second round, it could be Cleveland, it could be Toronto. What I am saying is once they run through this next series, working their way to the finals, yeah, it's going to be something spectacular. And we here for it. We here for every part of it. Have a lot of naysayers, a lot of doubters, a lot of Debbie Downers, individuals that would much rather criticize, scrutinize, and put obstacles in the way as opposed to optimism. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was a great game, and we're here. It's a little late. It's not that we weren't going to show up, ladies and gentlemen. Jarrell Braswell is on the plane right now. He's heading to Denver, Colorado. He's going to chop it up with some family. He's going to take care of some business in Denver, Colorado after leaving San Antonio. So I know for a fact that Jarrell will not be here with us today. Yes, it was a great game, sweetie. Beautiful wife has joined the live. Welcome to the live, love. Yes, it was an awesome game. It was entertaining, and it got really exciting when I saw my son Tolu hit the court. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, like I said, we're here for it. We're here for every part of it, every day and in every way. Um, so that's why I'm just a little bit late jumping on today to talk with you, to jump into it um, here on Industry Talk. And let's get into what we do, how we do, when we do, why we do, you know, all that good stuff. I don't know why that's doing that. It's just odd to me. But maybe it's my browser. I have too many applications open. and I need to shut some of this stuff down before I get to going, get to talking. Um, we're got a phone call from Mr. Long, um, just to give you guys a little introduction, because we're definitely gonna make some stuff happen with King Remy and Jarrell Braswell. We're working on um, how we can make that relationship um, a practical one, a symbiotic relationship between Braswell and King Remy. King Remy is an artist. Braswell is a comedian, and we're looking at Alabama assisting Alabama. We're looking at how we, tie relationships and opportunities together and make it work for the collective. And of course, what better way to solidify um, a brand deal, a content distribution deal, um, a relationship between an um, artist as in a singer, rapper, songwriter, composer, producer, and the comedian is much like um, a brand, apparel, product, and services. We're looking for the best way to promote and disseminate the information and make both individuals um, look stellar when we bring it to the table. So we're working on that relationship. Be on the lookout for King Remy and that relationship and partnership that we're working on and getting hashed out right now behind the scenes with Jarrell Braswell and King Remy. Definitely looking forward to everything coming down the pipeline with that. Um, I'm just excited. Detroit hadn't seen round two of the playoffs in some years. In some years, the team, JB Bickerstaff, the coaches, the supporting network for Detroit is if you think about it right now, is really through the roof because they've got the support, the eye, and the attention of the entire sports world right now. This wasn't expected. This is a 2-year turnaround. At one time, they'd only won 14 games in total on a regular season. They have not seen the playoffs in some years. They hadn't gotten beyond the first level or first round of playoffs, and I want to say over 18 years. So you can best believe this is a great conversation for what we call grit and resilience. So, I like to tie it in some kind of way. And of course, today was, a great opportunity to watch an awesome display of talent and really see these guys poured on. And I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I am here today because I'm going to go sit back and enjoy, watch the game again, play for play. That's the beauty behind DVR, digital video recordings. You can always go back and rewind the game. So let's go and get this thing started, man. Before I do, big shout out to everybody that's joined the live, everybody that's participating. If you are joining the live right now, make sure you share the live. Lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend, but share the live. Don't just look at me and not say anything to anyone, everyone, everybody. Share the live. Earl Hempstead, what's going on, man? I see you got the boxing, you know what I'm saying, and people talking shit, got some shit to say, put it on the line. Hey, man, this ain't for charity, this for your chin. We coming at you. I like that. I like that. Tapping with my man Earl Hempstead. Got the movies out right now. The Big Bag, all kinds of great stuff from folks that are within the network and are tapped in with us all the way around the board. It's good to see. So, but yeah, you guys definitely share the live. So let's go ahead on and jump this thing off the way that you know we don't. What do you do when things get hard? You know, because things get hard. I don't care who you are. I mean, if you're human, and no matter how optimistic you may want to be, because I'm a delusional optimist, no matter how optimistic you want to be, things get hard from time to time. You know, not when it looks good, not when the cameras are on, but when it gets quiet, when it gets uncomfortable, when it feels like nothing is working. You know, we're here on Industry Talk, and we love to jump off into, you know, not just the verbiage or the talk of success. We try to break down what it really takes to earn it. That's what happened today. Detroit Pistons, they earned it. Today, we're talking about grit and resilience, because everybody wants to win, but not everybody is built for the process. Let me repeat that. You know, everyone wants to win, but not everyone is built for the process. See, grit, you know, is showing up when you don't feel like it. Resilience is getting hit and refusing to stay down. Those young men were down by 24 points, 24 points, game 6. They clawed, scratched, kicked. They didn't go down without a fight, ladies and gentlemen. They forced a game 7. Game 6, they came back to win their game by 14 points, and they carried on the momentum into game 7. And now they're being rewarded with round 2 play. It's easy to be motivated when things are moving. It's easy to stay consistent when results are showing. But what about when there's no applause, no support, no immediate return on your investment? That's in every walk of the business world. You're not going to knock it out of the park every day. That's where separation happens, because the ones who make it, they don't stop when it gets hard. They get stronger, they adapt, they adjust, they stay locked in. See, grit is discipline over emotion. Resilience is faith over doubt. And if you can master those two things, there's nothing in this game that can break you. So today, we're not just talking about pushing through. We're talking about becoming the kind of person that pressure can't destroy, lock in. Because this conversation might be the difference between quitting and leveling up. And today they showed that. They showed grit. They showed resilience. They showed a never die attitude, which inevitably got them over the top. And it was an awesome sight to see. If you're tapped in, if you're hearing my voice and you enjoy the content, you enjoy what it is that we're bringing to the table, because our doors are open for everyone. Hell, if you're interested in joining the talk conversation right now for the moments that we're here, let me know. I love engagement. I love talking with individuals. I enjoy tapping into what it is that folks have going on. But if you have not subscribed, if you have not tapped into the Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime Network, if you have not tapped into Gems IT, our publishing agency, if you have not tapped into Free Rough Records, man, you need to lock into the network. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. And make sure you tap in with my good man, Jarrell Braswell, at www.jbcomedy.com.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, Comedian JB, the real J Braswell, Comedian J Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
Yes, indeed. You can get all of the best information, the most resourceful information, all in one place. That's JB's landing page. If, in fact, you're looking to book Jarrell Braswell for an event, you can lock in with Jarrell there as well. So there's a lot that's going on, right? There's a lot that's going on in the entertainment space, in the entertainment world. And I want to bring this to your attention about Corey Holcomb and DJ Vlad. This was a couple of days ago, but it's still, we mentioned this the other day, and I'm a fan of Corey Holcomb, so that's why I'm bringing it up. But this whole thing between Boosie, Vlad, Ari Spears, and now Corey Holcomb is chiming in. Let's see what all the brouhaha is about, and we'll bring it back here in just a second. But I want to tap in and see what my man CEO over there at the Boss Talk 101 camp is saying about this whole Corey Holcomb situation. Let's see here.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
Invitation. Come on my show as a sign of goodwill, Mr. Vlad, and let's have a conversation. And I will come on your show. You ain't got to pay me. I'll come on your show and talk about things. Long as we let the feds know I'm coming. I don't want them caught off guard. Tell Vlad to come on 5150. See, the lost mind think I'm supposed to go on his show because he's a Caucasian male, and they think I'm supposed to go to him. How much you gonna give me, master? Come on my show for free. Vlad, we ain't got to talk about how you disrespected the minister. We ain't got to talk about that. We ain't got to talk about that. You was trying to get me to come on your show back in the day before you knew who I was, and we had something to say. We had something to say where it didn't work while I went on your show. But if you come and step to me at my show, I will do a show for you. You ain't got to pay me.
But Corey Holcomb comes out with a crazy, crazy right hook and a left jab, coming at DJ Vlad and Aries Spears at the same time, but beckoning that DJ Vlad would come on his show, 5150. OG, are you there?
So let's reiterate. He threw a raggedy right and tried to windmill and getting a punch lay nowhere. Why would Vlad want to go on the 5150 show and ain't nobody want to come? Oh, we made a deal and he never had you on his show. So if you're such a hell of a podcaster and you taking up for Tracy Morgan's first cousin, well, why don't you offer Vlad
25?
$25,000 like he did every one of you Negroes that came on his show. He paid you. Now, why are you asking that white man, begging him to come on your show for free? Why would he do that? He can go on any white podcast forum all over the world and talk about you Negroes again for free on their show, and can't none of y'all get an audience. So you sitting up in here boasting like you got a hell of a podcast. Why in the hell would he want to come on? 5150 in California mean crazy. You got to be crazy to ask that man to come to your show for free. Offer him some money like he offered you.
OG, he said he'll go on DJ Vlad's show for free after he comes on his. And you got to understand this. Him and Aries Spears both have had run-ins, so it would be a good show if they sat down and talked to each other.
First of all, Vlad has never had him on the show. When Aries Spears was talking about the blacks, he didn't mention Corey Holcomb, did he?
No, he actually didn't. He mentioned Lord Jamar, Godfrey, and he mentioned Boosie.
Yeah, he never mentioned
And
Corey Holcomb.
I think it was Tony Yayo.
Corey Holcomb is not an element in that white man's world. So now all of a sudden, you, like we talk about culture vultures, now you want to try to rent you a white daddy for free. Then you come on my show and I'll go on your show. I never invited you to my show.
OG, he had a run-in with Aries Spears. Aries Spears ended up coming to blows, getting kind of beat, hit on over there, and Aries Spears sued him, I believe, and allegedly, yes. When he got beat, he had got hands put on him over there, and
he can fight.
And so now he sees that Aries is not over there no more. So it's a perfect opportunity for him to mend those situations. He said he's not going to trip about him talking, saying what he said about the minister. Yeah, I ain't gonna ask him about that. He's not gonna trip on certain things. He just want to get Vlad over there to 5150 first, and then he'll go on Vlad for free, and they'll just swap it out. It ain't gonna be no charging.
Wait a minute. Let me straighten this point out. He can't say nothing about what he said about the ministry. He's not an FOI. All the pork chops he eat, don't worry about what he said about. Let Muslims worry about that.
So he's not one of your brothers?
No, sir. Just because you're around don't make you a part of an organization, homie.
So he's speaking up to say that he ain't going to ask the question because he felt disrespected by.
He better not ask the question. Glad to tell him something he doesn't want to hear.
Wow, G, you I thought you was down on Aries Spears, and I thought you'd be down on Corey Holcomb the same way. Far as
I'm saying
but I'm saying far as down with Corey Holcomb because he's talking about Aries Spears too.
I wasn't. I have an allergy for foolishness.
Well, you ever heard the saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Y'all both don't like Aries. I like Aries. I don't have a problem with Aries. Y'all both don't. So y'all basically now DJ Vlad is kind of, he's seeing the fact of who all don't like Boosie, who all don't like Aries Spears, and that's kind of now he can weigh it out and bring these guys in, and they can kind of go in on because that's kind of one of the kind of formulas he used. Like he bring the other person in and ask questions about the other people who didn't agree with him or he had a run in with before. then he'll ask those questions, and then it spins off a little some numbers for him. Evidently, that's how he does his show. So,
all right, well, we can see the nonsense. We can hear the conversation, how it's developing. My good friend OG Paru and ECEO sitting there, having a debate about, should he or shouldn't he? And in my situation, in my opinion about it, I don't know none one of them. I don't know Vlad. I don't know Corey Holcomb. Never had the opportunity to meet any of these guys, and that's their situation. But when we're talking about exploitation, or we're talking about opportunities that people are using as verbal defense tools. In the climate of today, right? And the 5150 broadcast has a very good following. Corey is doing a great job with his platform and his podcast. Yes, some incidents have happened on this show, safeguarding his participants or people that come in for interview. But things happen. Temperatures flare and people get upset. Words are said. Things get physical. All right. Now, with who's paying who and all that, obviously these guys are in a situation where, they're popular enough to make money through sitting down on a podcast because of their notoriety. And that's one thing that some people don't realize. You have to have some type of emotion or a following for people to tap into the conversation, for someone on the other end to say, yes, I'll pay you for that conversation because we're going to move the needle with the conversation, and the revenues that are drawn from what I do with that content, which I can broadcast over my platform, I may or may not, because I'm taking a chance, I may or may not be able to recoup or generate streaming revenue from the content that we push through various platforms, promoting and disseminating the information across YouTube and all of the other social media platforms. And certain names with certain topics bring and generate the conversation and generate the monies enough to whereas if you're getting 1 million streams, continuous watch time hours that are generated, you can see which in your dashboard, which clips, which conversations are generating revenue and how much. It's just that simple. And they've obviously worked out deals to where, okay, they're getting their upfront money as opposed to saying, I don't want the upfront money. I'll take a portion of my monies and then the rest we'll talk about the long term and you'll pay me over the duration of time that these clips are being presented to the public and continuously generating revenue, because that is something that is going to be perpetual for the podcast host and owner of that platform. Those clips, whether they go viral or not, and that's the good side or the bad side to it. If it doesn't do anything, then they don't make any money. But if it does have a burst and a push and it gains some notoriety and and it goes out to the public, and they enjoy it, and they consume it, and it runs and drives up your numbers, then you have an opportunity to see those watch time hours generate revenue, a streaming income. But you can't predetermine what that's going to be. Now, in Vlad's situation, based on his numbers, based on how he's situated and where he's disseminated across the platform all around the world, the number of people that actually tap in, he can predict, based on the years that he's done it through analytical research and data, what and how these things are going to run. If he puts a Boosie in the mix, he puts an Aries Spears or Lord Jamal, any of these individuals, but he still have to build the program. He's built that relationship with Boosie and Vlad TV over some years. And of course, they had that conversation. Boosie had that conversation, hence him wanting to go to Patreon and create his own platforms and have individuals come pay attention to what he's doing on his platform, which is genius. And instead of sitting back and complaining about what someone else is doing, this is always my motto: I can do it myself. I can build my own. My fans are not your fans. Your fans are not my fans. I'm not trying to, assimilate the two. But if there's a situation where we can bring our fans together in collaboration, then we do so. We partnership. I was talking about that earlier with Braswell and King Remy. We find ways to make the relationship make sense so that no one is abusing this two-way street that we're on. And it's not even quid pro quo. It's not I scratch your back, you scratch my back. No, it's how do we help and assist, elevate each other in this system. If you don't believe what I'm talking about, go ask Semper BK Clothing, and you can see how that brand relationship between Jarrell Braswell and Semper BK is developing and evolving day for day, month to month. OTRR, Only the Real Remain. You can see how that relationship is solidified and is formed, and it grows. You continually stack and stack and stack on top of the legacy of the promotion between the two. You see Jarrell in the gear. You see Jarrell going city to city, and what he does is he promotes the brands that support him, that work those brand partnerships with him. He's on stage with your clothing. He's on stage with your product. He's on Industry Talk speaking about what it is that he's involved with, whether it be with you, whether it's him drinking a Coors Light, or him sitting down at a restaurant. He's involving these individuals into his life and to participate in what it is that he's building. And as he grows, you grow. It's pretty straightforward. Also keep in mind, we have TST Studios that's coming up for May 15th. Be on the lookout for that as well. We will be in Lithonia, Georgia. You have Daniel Evans, comedian Bubba Douglas, and Lamont 330 that are going to be rocking out with Jarrell Braswell at TST Studios. They have 2 shows May 15th. Go to Eventbrite and punch in JB Comedy House ATL, and you can lock in with all of the tickets and information that you need to tap into the show. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I certainly appreciate your time. We've been on here for a hot 35, 45 minutes because my time was cut in half today because I was watching the Detroit Pistons handle their business and, just having a good time with it. So, ladies, gentlemen, make sure you share the content. Let everybody know what you got going on, who you got it going on with. Tap in with the family and the network. And if, in fact, you need to connect with my good man, Jarrell Braswell, you know how to do that at jbcomedy.com. If you're looking to tap in with Keith Wallace and getting him to your city, let me know.
Mr. Bars himself, the messenger, Keith Wallace, touching down in your city. Let's work. Lock in for features, meet and greet, live performances, product promotion, and speaking engagements. Keith Wallace is unloading a full clip with his lyrical content. His testimony is life-changing. Every word he speaks is truth. Visit our website at keithwallace.org and sign up for our newsletter today. For information and availability, contact Big G at 808-225-9063.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, beautiful people, it's been another great episode of Industry Talk. It's been fun, but I've got to run. As always, beautiful people, it's about health, wealth, and wellness. Stay dangerous. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.